In the material world, everything is imperfect. Is that true or false? True. In America, everything is perfect. Are any of you in a hurry? No. Sure? Okay. I'm only concerned that everyone in America is in a hurry. We got stuck in the traffic and left a little late. So, I understand that the topic for today is what? Greed and aspiration. Is this topic appropriate for this audience? Well, someone told me that in the Atlanta area, nobody is greedy. Is that true or false? Totally false or partially false? So, then I believe the topic is appropriate. Because many people told me this topic is in Atlanta. This is a topic for India, they said. Okay. So today also happens to be a very auspicious day. Of course, every day is auspicious when you discuss spirituality. But today is also auspicious because it is a Disappearance Day of a great sage called. So I was into a little confusion what to speak on. We will speak on both. Is that okay? Yes. So greed is there in everyone. In the Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter, Krishna says, lust, anger and greed are three highways that take you where? Hell. Is there any such thing as hell? We thought that everything was heaven. Is there hell? There is hell and heaven. The only thing that varies is the format. Whether you study Christianity, whether you study Islam, whether you study the Vedic way of life. The question of reward and punishment is there. Punishment could be termed hell, reward could be heaven. So, greed. Why does greed take place? And greed can never be satisfied. In the Srimad Bhagavatam. Are all of you familiar with the Srimad Bhagavatam? Are all of you familiar with the Srimad Bhagavatam? Yes. How many of you have a copy of the Bhagavatam itself? So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 18,000 verses spoken by Shukadeva Goswami, and 18 and 12 cantos. And the message of the Bhagavatam is meant to elevate us to the platform of devotional service. In the Bhagavatam, there is a story of the Lord incarnating as Vamandev. Lord incarnated as a young Brahmin boy. And he came to a secular, he came to an assembly where Bali Maharaj was performing sacrifices. Bali Maharaj was very impressed seeing this very handsome young Brahmin boy. And he said, what can I do for you? A saintly person, when he sees a sadhu or a pious person, he wants to do some service. Bali Maharaj was so impressed by the beauty of the Brahmin boy. He said, what can I do for you? Ask me for any gift that you want. So Vamandev said, if you want to give me something, just give me enough land but I can keep 3 footsteps. And the king was shocked. He said, you go to a big man and ask him for such a small gift. Ask me of all planet. I mean, when you buy land in Atlanta, they won't buy 3 footsteps. And in Tokyo, the land is most expensive in the world, nobody buys 3 footsteps. So the Lord, Bali Maharaj said, you've come to the king of the planet. Ask me for the whole planet. Ask me for the whole continent. You're just asking me for 3 footsteps. And then the young Brahmin boy Vamadev spoke. He said, a hungry man can get satisfied when you give him food to eat. Is that true? You're hungry, you're weak, you're fasting on Ekadasi, and then when you break your Ekadasi, you eat prasad, you're a thirsty man is satisfied. When you give him water to drink, the man is thirsty, you give him water. And then, an angry man is satisfied when he gets angry at you. Sometimes you're angry at somebody. You shout at him. He doesn't retaliate. Your anger goes away. And sometimes you shout at someone and he retaliates. Tit for tat. Then it gets worse, am I right? So an angry man can also be satisfied when he shouts at you. But a greedy man can never be satisfied. That is the vortex of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in today's society, we see greed at all levels. Greed means, I want more, more, more. The spiritual ideology is, be content with what you have by the will of the Lord. Why do people have greed? Because they are not content. As much as they have, they feel is less than what they should be having. So everyone is over-endeavoring. Over-endeavoring means over-endeavoring means I work very hard. Why? Because I have a big wish list. I want this, I want that, I want that. And then you over-endeavor. You over-endeavor, then what happens? No time for spirituality. In the early days, before coming to the West, our spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, was in India. And in India, he was publishing a paper called Back to Godhead. The Back to Godhead at that time consisted of just a 4-page tabloid, not a magazine like you see today. But Prabhupada would write articles with topical issues. So he wrote one article called Sorry No Time. Nice started. That was the heading, Sorry No Time. In that article, Prabhupada revealed that he was preaching a few months ago to an important man in India. Prabhupada was telling him, don't waste this valuable human life. Also cultivate spirituality. Read the Bhagavad Gita. And that important man said, Swamiji, sorry, I have no time. And 2 days later, he had a heart attack and he died. So Prabhupada wrote an article on this story called Sorry No Time. So, why does greed take place? Greed is a result spiritual knowledge. Greed is the result of having unlimited desires. We have unlimited desires. Our eyes want to go on seeing something pornographic all the time. Our ears want to keep hearing Monday music all the time. We want more and more facilities. And living in modern society today, what does the advertising campaigns do? What do?
They want you to buy.
They increase your appetite. Like in eating, you have appetizers. Yeah. The people use appetizers to increase your appetite. So what does advertising do? Create an appetite for you. Buy this! You see in the advertisement, some famous movie star saying, buy this product. And the audience says, oh, this movie star, Amitabh Bachchan, he says, buy this product. He's a devata. We must buy the product. The movie stars and the politicians and the devatas of Kali. You have pop stars, to the average video. You go to any teenager's room, if you go to a devotee teenager's room, you can see pictures of Krishna and Ram. And if you go to a non-devotee teenager's room, you see pop stars, movie stars, sports stars. Very rarely politicians. Politicians have lost support. Now the whole world knows the least qualified people become leaders of the country. That's the universal understanding. The politicians are no more heroes anymore, but movie stars, sports stars. So people hire these movie stars and sports stars, that. They pay them $1 million in India. Just say this product is good. And they say that. And people flock to buy it. So advertising creates your appetite. And because we don't have any spiritual understanding, we're also greedy. We don't understand how rare this human birth is. What is lacking in society is an educational system. We don't have a proper educational system. In the Bhagavatam 7th canto, there's a nice statement by Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, as you know, was self-realized from the beginning because he heard spiritual knowledge when he was in the womb of his mother. So Prahlad Maharaj says, cultivate spiritual knowledge from a young age. Why? The human form of life is very rare. How many of us think human form of life is rare? Of course, I see in the audience many devotees practicing Krishna consciousness, and many who are newcomers. So those who are practicing, they've heard and realized, yes, human form is rare. But in educational systems, how many really teach this? Prabhupada in the early days was giving a lecture at a prominent university in America, I believe he was lecturing at the MIT in Boston. And in the audience there was a learned crowd. So Prabhupada said, is this great university, is there any department that tells you what happens after that? And there was complete silence. So we have so many educational institutions. America is the center for material education. One of America's biggest foreign exchange running source His students that come from abroad. And these students who come from abroad help the university survive financially in many countries of the world, and especially the students from India and China. So, we have so many educational institutions, but how many of them teach us what is the goal of life? Or how rare you can put it. In the Bhagavad Gita is a book of knowledge. It's not a religious book. Some people say Bhagavad Gita is a Hindu scripture. I'm sorry, it's not a Hindu scripture. It's a book of knowledge. The elements of the Bhagavad Gita are universally true. You can discuss the main points of the Bhagavad Gita in any society, and you will find that no one can reject the points. For example, in the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna declares that within the body, what is there? And what is the nature of the soul? No birth, no death. And the soul is eternal. In the late 60s, in 1968, there was an article in a leading Canadian newspaper. Leading doctor says there is something in the body. When something leaves the body is pronounced dead. There was a famous doctor at the Toronto General Hospital in Toronto. He had seen people die for 32 years. And he was convinced that there's something in the body. When that something leaves the body is pronounced dead. So, I was studying in Montreal at that time. So I saw that article. And I sent it to Prabhupada. Prabhupada would regularly exchange views with leaders around the world. So Prabhupada wrote an article that this professor said, I'm very happy that at least you acknowledge there's something in the body. When that something leaves the body is pronounced dead. But this doctor said, now we are going to do research and find out where is that something. So Prabhupada wrote back and said, quoting from the Bhagavad Gita, you will never be able to find where that something is. And in the end, the doctor acknowledged, yes, what the Vedic information is far superior to what modern science will ever have. This whole exchange between Prabhupada and this doctor is published in the book Science of Self-Realization. So the point I was trying to make is, Gita says, Jayate Priyate Vakarasya, for the soul is no birth nor death. So the soul is eternal. Just like we discard our old clothes and wear new clothes, the soul leaves one body and takes on another body. The next question is, if the soul is taking on another body, what type of body should it take? I don't mind taking on another body, as long as I become Bill Gates. Or another multi-millionaire. That's not in our hands. There is the law of karma. Bible says that as you sow, we shall reap. Based on how we act, how we perform. So the point we're trying to make is, people don't have any education. They don't understand this body is temporary. They don't understand this body is going through different phases. Birth, growth, maintenance, producing byproducts, dwindling and vanishing. So whether you're a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian, you have to go through these 6 stages of transformation. So the conclusion is, what the Bhagavad Gita presents is universal knowledge. As Gita says, Raja Vidya Raja Vidya. So why are people greedy? A, they have no knowledge of the soul. They have no knowledge. To them, this is totally foreign. And why they don't want to admit? Why they don't want to accept their soul in the body? Because they believe that if I acknowledge the soul in the body, then after death, I will have to face punishment. So they would like to believe everything ends with death. That is unfortunate. So, what causes grief? I was recently, 3 weeks ago, in China, and I had gone there to present a paper on business ethics. You may be wondering, what am I doing preparing a paper on business ethics? But in any event, the conclusion was, using the Bhagavad Gita, as we were presenting, people are not ethical. Why they are not ethical? According to the Bhagavad Gita. So, people are not ethical. Why? They have greed. They may talk very big philosophy, but they don't practice it. Because nobody really believes that the soul is eternal. So this is proper understanding. And that is there in the Bhagavad Gita. And that's universally acceptable by everyone. So Bhagavad Gita, in summary, is a book of knowledge, not just a religious book. So why are people greedy? Because they think, if I just get a little more, I'll be satisfied. Am I right? Lord Maharaj has a statement. Poetry says, Nade vidu smarta kate Vishnu. People do not know how real happiness will be found. Most people think, if I get a little more, I will be happy. But is that true? You've seen so many movies, you will not satisfy. We think the next one is going to satisfy me. In India there was, I'm sure all of you know, Reliance. They came up with a new telephone offer, Geo offer. Anyway, they were offering 1 crore movie songs. And a few thousand free movies. They were offering virtually everything free. And people went for that. They bought it into their telephone system. And I heard that everybody had that Reliance phone. And people would all day just watch movies. Watch movies and hear some movie songs. This year in Bihar, the results of this year and last year, the results of 10th grade exam was a disaster. I forget the exact percentage. And a survey showed the reason the students did so badly in the exams was they were all watching these movies and listening to songs, and they didn't have time to study. So, we have unlimited desires. Someone thinks, oh, 1 crore free movie songs, few thousand free movies, what a deal. But they don't realize that the time they waste cannot be made up with the wealth of the entire world. There's a nice statement by Chanakya Pandit. Chanakya Pandit says, a minute lost cannot be made up with the wealth of the entire world. So we don't value time. We don't realize how precious time is. We don't realize a minute lost, even if you want to give, even if you pay $1 million, you can't get it back. So, greed is a result of unlimited material desire. And in the absence of proper knowledge, we think that these desires can be fulfilled. We just watch one more movie. We just buy this new car. I'll be totally satisfied. But can you ever be satisfied? Most of you were one time in India, am I right? Now you are in the dream capital of the world. You have to thank Hollywood for that. Hollywood has done a great job in making America's image like the dream capital of the world. People all over the world think, if I can just get to America, doesn't matter H1 visa or if I can just set my foot in America, I'll get all the happiness I can. But now you all have come to America. Either some of your students or working in IT or whatever. Of course now you are at Uncle Trump's mercy. So it doesn't matter what you're working on. It doesn't matter which field. The result is what? Having come to America, what do you see? Still the same misery. Birth, death, disease. Is that free in America? No. They say there's only one business that never gets into recession. You know recession. Everyone knows. It's the word recession. There's economic boom and then there's the opposite. And sometimes it goes up, sometimes goes. Now it's a boom period. One weird thing that doesn't go into recession. That is the death industry. People are always dying. There was once a dialogue between King Yudhishthira and Yamraj. So King Yudhishthira was asked, what is the most amazing thing on the planet? And the answer was, at every moment, millions of people are dying. Still we think, I will not die. And even if I think I will not die, I think even if death comes, it will come after getting my permission. It's like someone knocks at the door, you see who it is, and then you allow him to come in. But as death comes, by taking our permission, there was once a lawyer who was about to die. And the lawyer told Yamraj, Yamraj, you can't take me away so fast. You have to give me notice. You know how lawyers work. If you don't vacate within 2 weeks, we'll go. They give you empty threats. They do that in America too. Okay. In America is one country where lawyers are the most expensive in the world. So this lawyer told Yamraj, you can't take me away so fast. Give me notice. After 6 months your death will come. Yamraj said, who says I didn't give you any notice? How many hair do you have on your head now? He said, I'm totally bald like the Hare Krishna. So how many hairs did you have 40 years ago? Well, I was like a movie star. How many teeth do you have now? None. Even the artificial teeth have fallen. Look, when the gums get weak, and even the artificial teeth don't hold.